I'm working on my 1989 Pontiac Formula Firebird, taking the AC and blower motor box off the firewall. I'm going to be cleaning it up and painting it. Maybe taking some of that crap off over there while the engine's out. First thing, you need to have your AC evacuated professionally, so that way you're not having those fumes come out. And then what you want to do next is take this little dryer off of here. There's a 27mm bolt on this, and then you can hold this with a pair of pliers or a 32mm wrench. Comes off pretty easy. And then you have a 10mm bolt that holds the little clamp on at the bottom. I've got it all messed up now, but it holds it on down there. It's kind of a pain to get to. Then you can just slide that little dryer right out once you have all the other lines disconnected too, completely, and the connectors. And then you have quite a few 7mm bolts that hold this top section on. They go around the side of it where your relay is for your fan that sits on here. You don't have to take those two bolts out. You can if you want to, if it's easier to get the relay off, but mine comes off easy. There's another hold down bolt there, another one here, 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 and there. And then there's two 10mm bolts that hold this piece on. And then you will need to take this one off because it holds a clamp on for part of the harness. And then once you have those all off, this piece will just slide on out of there. It's kind of a pain, but you definitely need this off first, unless you plan on just breaking this. Then once that's all off of there, this piece here will just slide right out. It comes out pretty easily. You might have to push it down some and turn it, and then it slides just right out. And then some people will take the blower motor off first, but that's kind of a pain to do because there's some bolts that are at the bottom that are a little difficult to reach. So what I did is just took the remainder of the bolts off the box, which there is a 10mm right in that corner, a 10mm here. There was a little harness connector piece right here that held the harness up. I took that out just to get out of the way. And then these other ones are the for the piece we already took off. You got one in that corner there, and that's it. There's nothing else around the whole thing. The other stuff's on the inside, and I'll show you that. Once you're on the inside, you'll need to take this little cover off that's on the bottom. My top piece cover here just slid right off, so I took it off anyway. And then there is a couple 7mm bolts. One will be right here, one will be in the middle, and the other one will be over here. And then that cover will just pop right down. You want to take this little connector off for your light and get that out of the way. And while you're under here, I don't know for sure how many there actually are, but I just took out what I thought would work. So in this corner here, you don't really have to peel back the carpet, but there's a bolt hole there. I just took that one out. This stud can stay. Right there, there's another bolt hole. And then if you peel the carpet back some, and this little pad, you see, let me get this situated here. You see another bolt hole on the left and another one on the right. I took all those out. All those are 10mm. And then after doing that, it allowed me to pull off the complete box. I'll show you that. And with that all disconnected, you can finally go ahead and remove this whole box. And if you, while it's out, most people will just remove the AC and keep it removed. And some of these came with a little came without AC, and then it just smooths this out, makes it look a little better. I think I'm going to keep AC in it. I did break this. It's pretty fragile in the corners here, so be careful with that. A lot of people, instead of going in and removing those bolts, I've heard people say it's really hard and you have to tear into the dash, but that was extremely easy. There's just a few bolts down there. You just have to take one panel off and then pull some carpet back, and that's it. But most people will just break this and it because they're going to replace it anyway. But I probably could have done that, but I think this will be alright. Could probably just JB weld that up or something on the inside, make it look better, paint over it. But that's how you take it all out. Now I'm able to clean all that up and clean some of the rust spots that are over there in that corner, and put it all back in correctly, hopefully.